Hey everyone, Optimus Wilbur here, and this video is not suitable for children under the age of 13. This is aimed at young collectors and adult collectors. Let's start the video. Welcome everyone back to another Optimus Wilbur reviews, and if you want to make Baby Grimlock happy, why not hit the subscribe button, like the video, leave a comment, even share it amongst your Transformer friends. This helps the channel out so much. And if you want to help the channel out further, please check in the description box. There's various other links you can help support the channel, and also check out the app Dive. The mobile app Dive allows you to IRL stream right away, and I will be doing IRL streaming with a ton of Toyhax. I am not kidding when I say this. I have got a ton of Toyhax, which is basically going to be everything for the next couple of weeks, maybe months for videos. I have got a lot. So, Predacon, or the Wei Jiang Predacon. Now, that was the bots, so to speak, even though I'm showing one. I got the set for my birthday back in April, and I had to wait a while because I had to wait for the sword before I done a video. But at that point, of course, Armada started, and I wanted to have Armada all done, and Armada's finished, and I'm happy everybody enjoyed it. I'm really over the moon. A lot of people loved it. Beautiful comments, and the fact people got into Armada that didn't know about the series, or some of the toys didn't exist, and it was brilliant to see how I felt when I first seen them, and seeing that now all these years later. But the Wei Jiang Predacon, I missed out on the Power of the Prime Predacon, so this one was a birthday present from my mum, so I got them all. Of course we had to wait a while because at that point that was the start of COVID, so you had that on top of it, then you had to wait for the sword. But I did want to get the Toyhax decals, much similar like the KO Bruticus and KO Defensor I've got. The decals work, and this one kind does. Basically what you're going to see, there's some decals that you do have to be imaginative with putting them on these bots. Some fit, some don't, and you notice it more and more as like the rest of the bots start to come. I think there's two bots where you clearly see there's decals missing, but if they're on the Power of the Primes version, they all fit. It's not a big loss, so to speak, because a lot of the decals do fit, and you can be creative with some of them, putting them on and making the bot stand out. So if we take Headstrong here, or as they call them, Iron Rhino, which I am not calling, is Headstrong, that is it. Decals look amazing on them. So let's start off at the side. If I zoom in. Now, with these bots, you do get some decals with it, but the Power of the Primes decals I really loved because they actually put like pivots, or divots, I can't get the word right there, in like the decals, so like they've all been stapled on. So you've got all these decals here that tidy this leg up and make it shine amazingly. Nice Decepticon logo, and another one coming down here. And if I turn around to the front, you've got a little miniature eye that I don't know if the light's going to pick up. It's just a little gold eye. And you've got the silver coming down here. Now in here is where some of the decals will be completely different from the layout you get in the official one. Again, you just have to use your imagination, and you can actually make them work with a nice vent up here. And these, again, you can feel every bump in them. So if I take off the actual foot for Predacon, and this took me a while actually to figure out where it goes. It's just this part, and it slots in at the top. So for the actual foot, because we're not going to see these decals when everything's combined, you've got decals here, and I flip it round, a nice decal here, and Is it this one? No, it must be the other one. And I'll put that there, and the fist just fell out. You've got a decal here. Now you can clearly see there was another decal. That was the ones that come with it. I didn't really like it, so that one goes on. And you've got nice silver ones to go round. On the back, you've got 2 decals here, which if it was the official one, they obviously fit because it's a circle. That isn't a circle, hence they don't fit, but I put them on and it looks okay. And the same again, you've got one here and one here. Unfortunately, there's nothing for the fist, but the fist's actually quite good. Posability in the fingers is really good, and in the thumb, so we'll come back to this when it's time for combination. But overall, the figure's actually really good quality when you consider I've got the KO version of a KO version of Devastator, which I am terrified to transform. I've managed to get it into Devastator mode, but I am terrified to transform it because it does feel like it breaks. It will break. This, however, is very sturdy. I've got to give it the decals that came with this bot, and everything else worked before I started changing everything up. And the quality feels good. It doesn't feel like a knockoff. It feels like it could be real, and that's a great important thing. The only thing I can't do is if I come to the likes of where the mouth is, you can actually flip the mouth down. For some reason, I cannot do it with mine. It could just be mine's just a little bit stuck, but you can open Headstrong's mouth. Now let's transform him and get him into robot mode to let you have a look at him like that. With Headstrong transformed, you can actually now see a lot more detail, and this is where you start to see the 2 sets of decals being put on the bot. This here, and I'll zoom in for this, if I remember, that was ones it came with the actual set. Then of course these are the ones from Toyhax, and they blend in good, and that's one thing I really do like. Of course you've got the ab section here, a beautiful Decepticon logo here, little extras here, and that's really it. The feet, I cannot remember if these are from Toyhax or from the ones that you get with it. I genuinely cannot remember now, it's been that long, but there is decals you can put in his feet, either or. If you buy the set, of course, like always, I'm going to leave the description of the set. It is in 2 parts, that's the only bad thing. So the only one you've got to buy separate is Rampage, but that's okay. When it comes to him, I'll leave that link. On the back, however, this is one thing I just genuinely didn't talk about in transformation mode because I like to ignore it. This, the actual leg of Predacon, just sits there, and that's where a lot of the weight of the character is. Just having that at the back, especially in transformation mode, can look a bit silly, but it does help the figure stand. It doesn't really push it down or anything. I've got to give it credit for that, because that was one thing I was worried about, having this here. But to be on the safe side, it's actually been really good, and it does have its own decals. So let's zoom in again. All the decals match on the other side, so you've got a nice silver one here to give a bit more detail. 2 beautiful gold ones, and again, one with brilliant detail on it where you can actually feel like sort of the imprint of the decal. And if I flip them up, you've got 2 little decals there. I can't remember what they actually say. Slow and steady, and it's like a kill count. I've not got glasses on to actually read that. But overall, I really do like the figure. I think the figure is a great copy, and that's the thing I like to use. If you're going to do a knockoff, you want the knockoff to be 1, sturdy and well made. 2, it's close as you can get to the official one as possible. and I think it nails everything. That is the one thing I've got to give this set. I haven't really had a fault with it. There's really no faults I can find where I go, well, the original was far superior compared to the KO version. 9 times out of 10, that's usually the case, but when it comes to this one, I think a lot of us are on the same boat. It's really hard to judge what one's better, in my opinion, because I don't have the official one. I've got to go with this one because I really like it, and some of the things are different on it, which I really like, so I wouldn't buy the official one for sake of having the official one. I really like this one. Now, because he's a combiner and we're going to be doing one at a time, let's get him into his leg mode because he's a part of the legs, and then we'll show you what's coming up next. And here he is ready for combination. So like I said, these videos are not going to be like staggered out like the Armada ones. These are going to be quite quick firing for the turnaround because I've had to wait so long. So now those extra decals you can see, got nice ones here coming down, and if I remember there was decals originally here that comes with the set, so I've put on the Toyhax ones because I do like the silver to tidy everything up. And if I move it up slightly, you've got official Toyhax ones here and here, but because of the actual shape of the KO version, there's an extra bit here that pushes the decal off, so the official one won't have that, the KO one does. So that's just something, if you're decaling this up, just be warned. Now when it comes to articulation for the figure, articulation's actually really well done because of the way he transforms. Everything kind of moves quite smoothly, and that's one thing that I didn't really show, and I should have, I think. So I'm going to show it the next bot just so you can get a rough idea, because basically every bot is kind of designed the same apart from I think Dive Bomb. He's the only one that's a bit different, but everything else is very designed the same, and the way it moves, so that is a great thing as well to put on it. So it's got all these extra points where I think a standard KO bot wouldn't have. Again, these are all, if you're buying them off eBay, right, you can buy a complete set or you can buy them separate. As a total recommendation, if you don't have Power the Prime's Predacon, you want a Predacon, go with the Wei Jiang version. So Transformer fans, what's up next? Next up, we'll look at the other foot. We're going to look at Tantrum, or in the case of Wei Jiang's names, it is Sharpblade. Yeah, I don't get why it's Sharpblade. When you think the Iron Rhino, Sharpblade would be a better name. I don't know. I don't know. But Tantrum's up next, and that'll be that one, folks. So I'll see you all in the next Optimus Wilbur reviews. Thank you for everyone who tuned in today's video. If you want to make Baby Grimlock happy, why not hit that subscribe button and the notification bell. All new videos are always coming right here in Optimus Wilbur reviews. If you'd like to follow me in any of my social media links, all the descriptions are in the description box below. And of course, as always, I cannot stress this enough, I wish to thank Cybertronic Spree for allowing me to use their song Cybertronic Warrior as the theme of this channel. Guys, this is an incredible band that does incredible covers, and recently just done an amazing album of the Transformers 1986 movie soundtrack. Please follow them and all their social media links. I have every description in the description box below. Please check them out, and as always, Transformer fans, till all are one.